Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Soul Speak, the podcast for teens. I am your host, Emily Miller, Teen Intuitive. All right, so this week we are going to switch gears. We have been talking a lot about the body and our emotions and all of these, but now we are going to talk about a very fun subject, money. Okay, so this episode is going to be about how there are a lot of things that people believe about money, um, stories we've been told about money, the way that money works in this world. And there's all these different beliefs, most of which are untrue. So this week is going to be like going through all of the myths about money and telling you the actual source, truth, knowledge about money, what it likes, how it likes to be treated, who gets to have it, and what happens whenever you get it. So, the first thing that I want to talk about with money is that a lot of people think that in order to have money, you have to have like all of these different degrees or certifications or proofs to show that, okay, I have this piece of paper that says I'm this, so now I can make a lot of money. And that's just not true. The first thing I want for you to think about with this idea of money, that you have to have these certificates or these degrees or these things that say, okay, here I am, world, I've done all of these things in the way that you've told me to, and so now I'm gonna graduate from college and I'm ready to make millions. Well, that just doesn't happen. That literally doesn't happen. Most people graduate from college with a ton of debt and spend half of their lives after college paying off that debt because college is really, really expensive. So think about like the billionaires of this world, the life changers of this world. Think about like Mark Zuckerberg, Steve Jobs, Henry Ford, Bill Gates. Like those people are not college graduates. They didn't go to college to learn how to make these massive brands and this innovative idea that nobody in the world has ever thought of. They didn't go to college to learn how to do something completely outside of the box that nobody had ever done before. When you go to college, if you think about it, there's a curriculum that's being taught. There is a step by step plan that you have whenever you go to college, that you have to do this, 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 and then that, and then you can graduate and then you can go make money after you've spent a whole lot of money getting all of those things in place. So a lot of times what happens, well, what does happen is that whenever you go to college, you're learning the same things as everybody else. Your curriculum that you're going through, the things that you're learning in college to be a whatever you're going to college to be, is going to be the exact same thing that the person sitting next to you and that sitting next to them and that sitting next to them, you're all learning the exact same thing. And if you are in a place where you're doing exactly the same thing as everybody else, how are you going to get to this point where you are having these innovative, life changing, very different ways of creating in this world in order to change a lot of lives? You're not. You're just going to be average. You're going to do the exact same thing as everybody else, or maybe not exactly the same, but just another version of something that everybody else in that class is learning too. Everybody that's earning that degree. From college to college to college, those curriculums are all the same. And there's a million people that are studying the same thing as you and wanting to do the same thing as you. And if you're not learning and exploring and experimenting with different ways of doing things, then you're just going to do something somebody else has already done. And therefore, it's just going to be an average thing. So, people who think outside of the box and think of different ways to do things and try new ways of doing things and think differently than other people, those are the people who have the billions, who have the ideas that are going to be something new, something different, something that people need. So there's the first one. The second one is one we are taught that like money is the root of evil, of all evil. Like money is bad. But money doesn't turn people bad. It doesn't do anything bad to you. Like you get money and you achieve great wealth, you're not just going to like flip a switch and turn evil and turn bad. Money is an amplifier. So, whatever kind of person you already are, if you are inherently, like in your heart, a good person who has the best intentions for yourself and the people around you, then guess what you're going to be able to do with that money? You're going to have the best intentions with that money for every single person that that money touches, that you can reach, that you have the access to now that you have that money. You are going to be someone who is there bettering lives. Now, if you are a person who is greedy or stingy and inherently not looking out for the best in people, then what that's going to do once you get the money is make you more greedy, more stingy, more of all of these things, more scared, more fearful. If you are in those mindsets when you get your money, then you will stay in those mindsets and they will grow. So you'll become more fearful, more anxious, more whatever the things are. So money is only an amplifier. Money doesn't have like a preference for how you use it. It doesn't have a preference for the people that it goes to. It goes where people believe that they are worthy of that money. And now those people who get the money and they're in the fear state, the lack state, the greed state, they're in those emotional states. A lot of times they will get the money. Like how many times have you heard of people who, make millions and then lose it, make billions and then lose it? Like Elon Musk loses billions of dollars every single day in his transactions through his daily life. So people who have these mindsets, even if they have a lot of money or have had at one point a lot of money, they're not in these emotional states where they're able to keep it, hold on to it, and continuously, consistently grow it. So you have to have a certain belief set within you in order to get the money and keep the money and then continuously grow the money. So it's not that money is going to people who are good or bad, or that money is the root of all evil. It's an amplifier, and whatever you are, you will continue to be, just on a grander scale. And so that's kind of how it goes. Like you think, oh, well, this person doesn't deserve the money. Well, they think that they deserve the money. And so the money recognizes that, they see that, they're a match to it, and they'll get it. So, and like I said before, they might not keep it. Another thing that, like, I remember whenever I was little and I would get find like a quarter on the street or something, or $1 on the street. Like my mom would be like, oh, that's dirty. Don't touch that money. Put it down. Like, Mom, I just found $1. I'm keeping this dollar. And so people will be like, oh, money's dirty, money carries germs. And so that then puts into your head, like, oh, money's not good, money's dirty. But it's not. Like, literally anything that you can pick up from anywhere is going to have germs on it. Like, it's everything carries germs. And so it's not that money is dirty or money is one thing that is exceptionally dirty. You go into a bathroom and you open up the door handle, it's going to have more germs on it than money has on it, you know? So it's just a state of mind. So people will try to say, oh, money's dirty. Money's not dirty. That's just a thing that people have put out there, these people who come from these fear states, these lack states, to make other people believe like that money's not a good thing, that it carries germs, it's icky. But it's not. Money is gorgeous. It is like the best, most spiritual, high frequency thing, which we'll touch on in just a second. But money is not dirty. Everything carries germs. And so that's just another thing that people say. That's not true. Another thing that is out there in the world about money is that you have to work really, really hard to earn your money. So there's like that cliche saying, like, if you do something you love, then you'll never work a day in your life. Well, that saying is true. That one you can hold on to. Keep that one. If you are working your job, your passion, the thing that you're on your soul pull, soul path to do, if you are doing that thing, if your soul and your self, your whole beingness loves doing this thing, it's not going to feel like work. It is something that you would literally do for free, 24 hours per day. You would never get tired of it. I work with clients, and whenever I'm working with them, like I could do it all day long. Like, I love it. I love showing people these new ideas, these new ways of thinking, these new ways of being that I wasn't taught, and helping people to have these lives that are so much easier. Like, I love that, and I would do it all day every day. And it's a total myth that you have to like work hard. Yeah, you're going to be striving towards something, you're going to be putting effort towards something, but it's not going to be hard. It's going to be something that you love. And if that job that you're doing is hard and you don't like it and it is a struggle, then it's probably not your soul pull, soul path thing. If you're not finding a passion for it, if it's not something that you want to spend a lot of time doing, you can't wait to leave that job, then it's probably not your soul pull, soul path. It's not the thing that you're meant to be doing in life. While you're learning a lot of things from that job that you might despise or hate or whatever, it's probably not the thing that you're going to ultimately be doing to change lives, you know? So working hard is not the thing. Another thing that comes with it too is that earning, to earn money, that you have to work hard to earn the money as if you aren't already like worthy of having it. And we were born on this earth deserving. We were born on this earth worthy. Like, we were born with that in us. We don't have to do all of these things in order to earn love, in order to earn respect, in order to earn money. Like, we are that. We are worthy of all of that without doing anything. And while we will do things because we are high frequency people, if you're listening to this podcast, you are a high frequency person who's here to change lives, to do something really amazing. And you will get that money because you are doing that. It's not because you need to earn it. You need to work hard. You need to do all of these unpleasurable, undesirable things in order to get the money that you're due. You are automatically deserving of it just by existing. And that seems like so simple, I guess is the word, but it is. Like, we were born that way, and we were born to to do really amazing things, and doing those amazing things, we will automatically get the money and the things that we need in life. We will be taken care of as long as we are doing those things. So that kind of takes me into the next one, that money isn't spiritual. That if you are a spiritual person, then you have to like struggle. You have to have like these like really hard lives. And that's also not true. Like Source and our higher selves, like they didn't create us to come to this earth to struggle, to have a hard life. Like they put us here to learn lessons, and some of those things might seem hard at the time, but we're not here to ultimately just like be struggling, trying to scrape by and living these like hard, difficult lives. Like that's not why we're here. that that would be like more of a hell. Nobody wants that. We aren't put here to be like in these down dark times. So people think like, oh, well, if you're a spiritual person, then you can't be rich. You can't ask for things. You have to always like put other people before you and other people's needs before you and be worried about what other people need. Well, we've talked about this before too, but if you aren't putting yourself first, if you aren't making sure that you're taken care of, then you will never have the strength and the ability and the fullness that you need in order to give to other people. If you're running on empty, if you aren't taken care of and you don't feel good, how are you going to go out there and make other people feel good? How are you going to go out there and raise the frequency of the planet if your frequency is low, if it is half full, if it is not in its fullest vibrancy? Then that's what you're putting out there, a half effort of everything. And we don't want that. Nobody wants your half effort. We want your fullness. We want your vibrancy. We want it all. So if you have the means to take care of yourself, then you are going to be able to then take care of so many other people. So struggle only creates stress. And if we have stress, if we are in that like low frequency place, if we are feeling down, if we are feeling heavy, if we don't feel good, then we can't have this creator field that is allowing and opening all of these things to us. So that stress ultimately shuts you down and shuts down. And if you're shut down emotionally, energetically, and you don't believe that things are easy, that things are good, then what happens to your creator field is you're sending out all of that energy of, I don't feel good, I don't believe I'm worthy, I don't deserve this, all of these like low frequency things. And whenever you think and feel and believe that, that is the things that you then in turn get. Your pathways are shut down. You don't have these openings of all these amazing things that could happen. Think again back to these like billionaire creators. They all have stories and instances where they have these like acts of miracles, is what they'll say. Like, okay, well, I was in this, last minute situation, and all of a sudden this, donor came in and invested into my business last minute. Well, if they didn't think and feel and believe that what they were doing was meant to change lives and was going to be this amazing, wonderful like product that they were creating, then they wouldn't have had that opening to where somebody could come in and swoop in and help them make this, big change, this monumental time in their business to create it to what it is to this day. There's always stories about people in their businesses where they have these moments where these things happen, these miracle instances, and it's what allowed them to be what they are now. And if you are in a state of stress, if you are in a state of struggle, if you are in that low frequency vibe, there's literally no way that you can allow for any of the good to come. It will just create more stress and more low frequency things. So whenever you know that you are deserving of all of that wealth that is available to you because you are here on this planet and alive, and that is literally it. And if you don't think that, then you won't be able to create the things that you know that you're meant to create. You will never be able to do that. It will just close off and you won't be able to do it. It just won't happen. So money is struggling with money, no matter what, is never what is meant to be. Money is very spiritual. Money will open up all the pathways, and believing that you are deserving of it will keep those open. So also, if you have the money, think about this too. Like, if you are trying to learn and grow and evolve as a human being and you are struggling, you're not going to be able to pay any of the people who have these really amazing programs out there for you to learn and evolve with. So if somebody is a very spiritual person and they understand the value of money and what money likes and what it needs and what it's actually here for, then they are going to charge for their services. They have this service, they have this knowledge that they are spreading out into the world. And if they gave it away for free, then they would be struggling and they wouldn't be able to access very many people. But because they have this knowledge, this understanding of money, they are able to reach all of these people and be able to change lives. And so therefore they are going to charge a premium for their service, for their knowledge, for their expertise. And think about this too, like if you are spending money on something, you want to invest it. You want to spend money on things that you know are valuable. And so if you are going out and buying cheap things, let's say you are shopping for an outfit and you go and buy your top on Shein, you know that thing's going to fall apart in 1 or 2 washes. You'll never be able to wear it again and you're going to throw it in the trash. So if you buy things that are inexpensive, then you know that it's something that is not going to last. It's not going to be sustainable. It's not going to be something that is valuable. It's just disposable. So anybody who is selling something that is worth anything, that is worth the investment, it's going to be at a higher price point, because those people know that what they're selling is very valuable and it's something that can change your life for a very long time. So you have to kind of think about your money and how you're spending it and how you're investing it, and not spending it. It would be more of an investment, how you're investing your money and what you're investing it in, and how that is going to give you like your return for your investment. So what are you spending the money on, and how is it going to actually benefit you? What is it doing for you, instead of just spending money on things that are disposable or things that are for instant gratification and not going to last for a long time. Maybe not lifetime, but for a long time at least. So money allows you to invest your money on things that are valuable and things that are good. You can hire the best when you have money. You can learn the best when you have money. You can even have more time to spend to learn on all of those things whenever you have more money. And then that allows you to become the best at whatever it is that you are striving to be the best at. You have access to the best whenever you have more money. And so how much more spiritual could you get than that? And how much less struggle would you have if you had all that money? Life becomes a little more easy because you have access to all these things that are helping you raise your knowledge, raise your awareness, raise your frequency, and then allow you to just do really amazing things. Another thing is that money is very, very spiritual. In order to have any kind of platform on this planet, you have to have money. In order to be able to reach people, to get your message out there, to have people understand you and what you are doing, or to have access to the thing that you are creating, you have to have money. You have to have money to advertise. You have to have money to create. You have to have money to buy materials. You have to have money to buy warehouses, to buy everything. Like in this world that we live in, it's a physical world. So we have to have something physical to exchange for the things that we need in order to create. Whether you're creating your Steve Jobs, I think that's who is Apple. If you're Steve Jobs and creating an iPhone, like you had to have money in order to do that. If you are the creator of Nike, like you had to have money come in order to be able to create these shoes. So in order to create anything and to get your message out there, you have to have money. Money has power. And depending on whose hands it is, it can be good or bad. But you have to have money in order to have a platform. Like Jesus had money, Mother Teresa had money, Buddha had money. Like all of these highly spiritual people that you think of in the world, they all had money. Like Mother Teresa didn't walk around, wearing Gucci and diamonds, but whenever she needed to build a school or do anything for the less fortunate, she had access to money to where people were giving her money and she could go spend that money to improve people's lives. Like she couldn't have done that without having access to money. So money is super, super spiritual. And there's an actual universal law that if you are working towards making the world a better place, then with the only the best intentions, then you are going to be taken care of. Like the source, if you're doing the Lord's work, like the Lord is going to take care of you, that's like a thing. And so if you're working with source in your heart and in your intentions, then you are going to be taken care of and and you will be taken care of very well. The more lives that you change, the more money you will have. That's a spiritual universal law. Like it is fact. So think about that. Like think about these people who have changed millions and millions of lives. You can't help but have a lot of money if you are doing that. It's just a fact. So money is super, super spiritual. So once you have an idea and once you start to act on that idea and knowing that that thing that you are creating, whether it's a t-shirt or a course or whatever it is that you're creating, an iPhone, like if you have this idea and you start to work towards that idea, then you are going to be taken care of. The more lives you change, the more money you will have. So this is another thing about money too that's really cool. Money is a tangible flow of energy. It is something that you can touch and trade and exchange, and money is just another form of energy. It's made of light, just like we are, just like rocks are, just like your pets are. Money is made of energy, and it is something that we can see in our lives, and the flow of it is a direct correlation to your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs towards money, and even about yourself, the things that you believe about yourself and what you think and feel and believe you deserve in this lifetime. So money is a direct correlation to your beliefs. Whenever we think about money and we think that it's limited, then we won't have it. Like if you think that money is a limited thing, then you will have limited amounts of money. Money is abundant, just like love, just like water, just like trees, just like leaves, like everything. Money is just another thing on this planet, and it is abundant, just like our love is. Like it's exactly the same thing. And so you just kind of have to change your thoughts and feelings and beliefs on money. And when you do, you will start to see the effects of that in your life. And as long as you have pure and good intentions and your heart is in it to go out there and change lives, then and you're acting on that, then money will be something that is just a constant in your life as long as that is a constant belief that you are having. Source and higher self want you to have it all. It is not a selfish thing to want to have money. Money creates ease, money creates security, money creates all of these really high frequency feelings. And if we have it and we feel that way, you have no other choice but to spread that exact same high frequency feelings to other people in this world. So it's not selfish in any way, shape, or form to want money, to want to have things in your life that make your life easier. It is, if you're on this path of changing lives, you can't live in a stressed state. And if you're living in that stressed state, you won't be able to do the amazing things that Source and Higher Self put you here to do. And so if you have the money, when you have the money, then Source and Higher Self know that you are going to be on the path that they put you here to do your soul pull, soul path, to do amazing things, to have all the opportunities. Source wants to take care of you with money so that you can go out there and do the things for him that he put you here to do. Source works through us. And if we are in this lack, fear based, anxious state, we can't do all those really cool things. So money is super, super spiritual. There is nothing bad about it. There's nothing bad about it. It is not dirty. It is not limited. It is not something you have to struggle and work hard for. Money is a high frequency, high vibrational thing that allows us to feel really good and feel really safe. And so this week, I want for you to just kind of like think about what your beliefs have been in the past about money. How have you felt about it? What are some of these beliefs that I've talked about today that you have that are just not true, that are keeping you in this state of fear, of lack, of not having, when we should be in this state of knowing that we are deserving of it all, deserving of every penny, every trillions of dollars that we could have. So think about that this week. Think about how all the things that we know about money, almost all of them, are untrue. And remember to please go in and subscribe to my email list so that y'all can come to all of our exclusive events where we are going to be learning more things like this about money. You can ask questions in the live events. We'll do like little webinars. And you guys, if you are on the mailing list, you have exclusive access to these webinars that are going to be completely free. So sign up on the mailing list in the show notes and have a gorgeous, gorgeous week.